and we're going to help use those tables to solve some problems. Let's get into it with our I will statements.
Remember, your I will statements are your goals for this lesson. They are what we are trying to work on and learn more about throughout our time together today. As we continue on in our lesson, make sure you have your mind focused on these three things and showing them to your teacher. I will read the I will statement first, and then we will read it again a second time together. Make sure you're reading it nice and loudly so I can hear you, but no shouting necessary.
Pause the video now and read the I will statements as class.
This activity is called the Math Quest Race. How this activity works will be explained on the screen, but I will go over the rules now quickly. If you want to pause at the end to answer any questions that you guys might have, pause before I instruct you on what you will be racing. How this activity works is you will each be given a piece of paper. It might have facts on it, it might just be a blank note piece of paper, but you will be instructed to finish a certain amount of problems in 1 minute. You will try to finish however many you can, but every time we do this activity, you want to try to get a few more problems done. Even if it's just one more problem the next time we do it, that still shows us that we're improving our race stamina and we're getting better at our facts or recognizing patterns. When your teacher gives you your papers, you're not allowed to start until the teacher says go. When the teacher says go, all of you will flip your paper over and you will have 1 minute time to fill out as many as possible. If you finish before the 1 minute time is over, turn your paper over and draw a picture on the back of an angle in the real life setting.
All right, mathematicians, for this activity, we're going to start by working with converting some time. First, we're going to start by converting minutes to seconds. On your whiteboards, write minutes, create a T-chart, and then write seconds on the other side. We're going to turn this T-chart into our conversion table by the end of this lesson. Your teacher is going to hold up an analog clock. On the analog clock, you'll notice that there are 3 different hands. There's a thicker big hand, a smaller black hand, and then a really thin red hand that ticks around the clock. These represent the hours, minutes, and seconds for our time. If we wanted to think about how many seconds are in 1 minute, we would need to look at our clock. The minute is the smaller black hand, and the seconds is the thin red hand. For every minute, we have to see how many times that little red hand goes all the way around. If we were to sit and to watch and count this, our little red hand would go around 60 times every minute. That means 60 seconds equals 1 minute. Now, let's see how long a minute really is. In your groups, one person will be in charge of a stopwatch. The rest of your group will have to close their eyes, and when they think 1 minute has passed, will write M on their personal whiteboards. So when you think a minute has passed, you'll write M. The person with the stopwatch tells the group 1 minute has passed, and we'll see who comes closest to writing that M on their whiteboards. Complete this activity now, pause the video, and come back when you're ready. Raise your hand if any of you wrote M on your boards exactly at 1 minute. Nice job, mathematicians. It's kind of tricky, and sometimes a minute feels a lot longer when you're just sitting around for it. If we were to think of the rule for converting minutes to seconds, we would need to multiply our minutes by 60. So if we were to complete our conversion chart, 2 minutes times 60. Remember, 60 looks intimidating to multiply by, but cover up that 0. What's 2 times 6, everybody? 2 times 6 is 12. And when we uncover our 0, we just bring it right on over. 2 times 60 is 120. Let's keep going. 3 times 60 is 180. If we didn't know, cover up that 0. 3 times 6 is one of our math facts, and that equals 18. Then we just add that 0 and bring it on over. If we could continue our chart until we can continue our chart forever. But if we wanted to figure out how many seconds we're in 10 minutes, pause the video and see if you can figure out that now. 10 minutes times 60. Like we talked about before, you can cover up those zeros. Let's cover up both of them now. What is 1 times 6, everybody? 1 times 6 is 6. Nice job. If we covered up our zeros to multiply, we have to add them back. I covered up 2 zeros, so I have to add those back into my answer. If 10 minutes were to pass, that means 600 seconds are going to pass by. Whew, that's a lot of seconds. All right, mathematicians. Now, minutes to seconds is a little bit of a jump. Now let's go from minutes to hours, or hours to minutes. You may have talked about this when you were in 3rd grade, but these conversion charts and finding out these rules are going to help us when we're solving problems in the future. Good luck, mathematicians, and I'll see you guys soon.